So I'm watching Peacemaker, and it's the season 2, episode 1 opener, and both characters, I'm like, holy cow! It's like a switch of recognition hits, you know. And it's like, you know, you had this thing your whole life that was the worst thing that you could be. It was a faggot. And you know, puberty hits, and you're already all the things. You already love baseball the most, and you already love wrestling, and you already love football and soccer and every single thing. And I don't know, you get caught messing around in the tent, you figure out, fuck, that was not okay, right? You learn quick, you know, that's not it. You know, you put that stuff in your pocket, and you channel it, and you use it. And I didn't know what I was doing back then, man. I was just dumping it. But it was hard to, you know, always fucking scared, always worried. So always being extra, you know. If it was who's the toughest, I'm the extra toughest. You know, and Will Smith, man, you might think you got me on treadmill, but I grew up doing it in the desert. And you run until you can't, you know. Then you gotta make it back. And you just do that. And it helps. But, you know, then college, then, you know, poor Mary Frances. Oh, in the 90s, all of it. No one knew. I didn't even do nothing. Sat with it. You know, and I give it the whirl, you know. 9/11. You go do what you're supposed to do, and I messed that up extra. You know, got to dump a drill sergeant on his head. Got to, you know, didn't matter, bilateral pneumonia, just another thing, reoccurring thing, you know, epic Fulcrum points. And sometimes I can put it together a little bit still, but I got hurt, man. Bad, more than the semi, more than all of it. But even then I couldn't stop. Process until there's no iron left, and no one left, and no one to even understand why. Oh, and then it comes out, and then I come out, and that's helps part of it. But man, you still got that other part, man, and you can't stop. But I'm fucking hurt now. Now I can't do all the stuff. You know, I can't do effort and attitude out of it. Man, I can't get the effort and attitude out, you know. And I'm still trying with that same level of horsepower. But you know, those 300-hour months are not netting me things, you know. And it's hard on everybody. And you try, you know. We tried so hard. Like, legit. On all of it, man. But it's this hurricane of chaos, man. And when I channel it, sometimes we get great stuff, man. Sometimes we get, like, some great stuff. And then other times, yeah, you know, once I got hurt, I couldn't process it out. I didn't have any way to dump it. All my coping mechanisms got taken. That didn't help, you know. I was pain all the time. And you can't, you know, no one wants to hear that. It's the baby, man. Show me the baby. Nobody wants to hear all this crap. But you gotta get it out. And I gotta get it out. And, you know, maybe for my kids, and not in a way that's like a fucking poor me. Like, just don't hide. You know, and it's trying to protect everybody, and then you can't protect nobody, you know, because you couldn't protect me. How the hell am I going to protect anybody else, you know? But it's process, man, and you just keep doing it because it's the right thing, right? And you're like, oh man, this stuff hit my brain, man. When I hit ROP and sequel, it was like, holy cow, this is it, you know? We do what we say we do. You know, we improve the lives of kids. Except for they fucking hurt them. Or kill them. You can't stop that. Hey, shit, you're just down on the totem pole, and then you work your way all the way up, man. You get your own campus, and holy shit, it's just another layer on top, right? And the whole time, if you're just enough, fighting up, you know, have run a school with it, that required a master's degree, you know, who does that? I don't know. Why would I even think that? And then I'm like all the time, well, we can do things like that. Let's just do things like that. Let's just get a group of guys and let's go make it happen, man. It's a lot. Maybe I don't know what to do with this video. But I'm tired and I'm hurt and I got that doctor's appointment tomorrow. I'm no worried about that. Both ways. Fuck, if something's really more wrong, you know, and they find it, you know, maybe it's like my damaged brainstem. Maybe, you know, I hear partially torn, damaged, partially torn. It's my Adam's apple all the time. It's why I separated my clavicle from my sternum, you know, my ankle felt that stupid fucking mountain. The car wrecks, the fucking restraints, those kids, man. Horsepower kids, man. But you gotta safely do it, man. And that takes a certain, but it's all concrete, and knees are shot, and I don't want to sound like a baby. It's up and down the chain, man. It's just, and I tried to tell everybody, you know, fuck, I'm hurt. I'm like I wouldn't voluntarily stop my life to do the things I love that allowed me to at least exist. Scaring the shit out of everybody in Anacortes. Fuck. Kicking tires, acting like a wild man, blood dripping at the gym. They had to think I was crazy. Couldn't stop about football. God, I still can't. I don't want them, you know. I loved it. You know, this is my favorite. The end. It's because you could just be a missile, man. And they loved it. They were like, fuck, man, that guy will go smash the biggest guy. Yeah. And then it's always the biggest guy. And then who's the next biggest guy? And then everybody's looking for you. And it's all, I did it, you know. I did that. Man, that's the best part, you know. I love that ROP and that sequel and coaching Anacortes and watching Bridger grow and shy. Yeah, I loved everybody. I still do. But sometimes I'm just real hurt. And it's like, I'm not crazy. I'm injured, man. It's the years at this point. You know, and everybody's like, I'm not sure what I'm even saying now. Hell, I'll fucking forget, probably. I don't know what else to say. Man. Apologies. That's what we always said. Resets free. Everybody try. Everybody's, you know, it's like, sometimes I see these negative politics stuff and I get down on that dark hole too. You know, it's like, okay, man, it's almost like if you knew divorced parents, man, and they want what's best for the kids, both sides. You know, they want what's best. They just got different maybe ideas how to get there. It shouldn't make us hate each other.
Oh shit! Fuck! What are you doing? I was
In a divorce our country.
You can't just come into this place unannounced. I thought you were at work. It doesn't matter. You need to text me before. Why? Because that's what civilized people do when they break up.
And how do you get people to stop? You try, you know, you follow your levels, and it doesn't help, you know, because
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Why are you going to see that lunkhead anyway? He ain't a lunkhead. He's like being really vulnerable lately.
But I know both sides. At least on my team.
You doing okay otherwise? Other than what?
I just wanted what was best for everybody. You know. And I was injured and I couldn't hold up my end of the bargain.
For no reason. I mean, no reason.
And she deserved better and more too.
Every single time that we had.
Maybe
We were supposed to be going back to Gotham.
Fuck, I don't know.
And now what? You're staying here to start a business? People gotta follow their dreams, Key. Even you said that. Yeah, not when your dreams are leeching off of somebody else's reality.
And it's just been so much. Like, I can't even say it all. Like, you wouldn't even believe it. Like getting hit by a semi. It's a litany of things the same. The guy tried to kill me. You know, what the fuck are you gonna do? You know, Sloan said, yeah, you fucking end up in these situations. The fuck of, because I don't know. I do know. I do know. I put myself in those positions. Man. And I'm trying to be whatever the hero complex that crap is. But is not all crap, you know. You're really... Because it's kind of how they built you. Protect, you know. Protect. And you wanted to be protected. Now you got to make sure everybody else is protected. Oh, and I'm going to spread this shield of protection and excellence and shit. Till you can't. What the hell, who drives it that hard anyway? And that was all that other crap. Right? And I see these things and there's just better ways to, you know. I would never do it with a student. I don't know why I do it with adults. I don't know why I don't treat adults like I treat my kids or my students, man. Probably because I'm, you know, I had that deficit, right? So I covered all the other deficits and then bang, you ain't got nothing. I got everything, bing, bing, bing. I checked all my boxes. I signed my name. I did all the homework properly. Man, I got the itinerary down. I got everything lined out and ready to roll. There ain't nothing left. I'll try and poke a hole in my shield, you know. And it, you know, just being different and special ed probably too. Honestly, you know, and gravitate to that, you know, and you wanted to be included, so you try and include them. Man, you end up like coaching them the best, you know, and then you start noticing, you know, because you didn't notice it before, but, you know, after ROP and sequel, you notice it all the time. But it's on regular campuses too, man. And then you gotta fucking try, you know, and you're like, why aren't we scooping everybody up, man? Like, why aren't we getting those kids? I like to go get those kids, man. And then you go to these bigger schools and it's like, fuck, staff don't even know staff, man. They don't want 100 kids. That's 2 extra seasons, JV and freshmen and buses, all of it. And then there's all that. You gotta navigate that, and I don't want to navigate that. I'm like, let's just get the goddamn kids, man, and let's let them fucking play, and let's skill them up. So that when this shit happens, man, they got something to lean back on. And I'm sharing this, man, with myself right now. I'll take a look at it. I'll see what I want to do with it
It's not good.
for the kids or for me or, man, maybe for somebody else. You know, you want to be that example for your kids. You know, and you're all in, man. And I just fucking got injured and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it very good anymore. You know, and then I gotta go. You know. But then it's like, I see these memes on the Facebook again, and I'm like, there's so much out there, man. There's so much. There's enough for everyone. There's so much, you know? And it was like the divorce, dude. There was enough for everyone. There was so much. There's so much. Just everyone. And everyone could have been safe and happy, you know? But I couldn't stop. Can't, you know? But I gotta keep going, and I'm like, I'm injured, and it's all the time in my body. It's like, if you stop, you're gonna die. I'm not gonna die, because I haven't died yet. But it feels like that all the time. And I got that doctor, and he said the brainstem, and I talked to the other internal doctor, and they're gonna figure out what I tore in there, and in my sternum, where my collarbone was. It's just like shit, all of it, right? I'm not gonna say nothing about football.
Ginger cool. You mind if I call you that? Ginger cool.
Ginger cool. Yeah, really fucking Peacemaker. Oh. So, I don't know. Just reload, right, man? And even no matter what else happens, you still gotta go again, right? But you still gotta make it all happen. And I don't want to think about all that right now, because that's a lot too. It's just insurances and doctors and the right things. And I have good attorneys now, I think, and they're gonna help. Everything's gonna be okay, and the kids are gonna be okay, and they're safe. She's safe, happy, and they're very happy. And that's the most important thing. And, you know, man, I loved watching B play. My favorite thing. I'm not gonna get all upset again. But I love watching those kids, man. I love coaching them. Because it's all I ever did. And, you know, you find your passion early.
Accidentally sexualize somebody you respect as a friend, Economos? It's fine, whatever. It's just because
But you couldn't be it because you're a faggot. That fucks up the whole wine.
I know.
And you're always trying to fucking cover it right. And then that's everything else. And then you fucking... Then you don't see your own hole in your own swing.
No. Is that why Bordeaux sent you? I don't know, man. Look, I'm just doing my job like I do every day, okay? I don't give a shit. Of course not.
I love coaching, man.
You're cool. Are you fucking kidding me?
I love it so much. Just because it gave me so much. You know, those things. And I think about all those coaches and of course how amazing they were, man. And I fucking, you know, Coach LaFave, man, never learned so much. I learned so much about hitting from that dude. You know, fuck. You didn't want to let no one down, you know, ever. You didn't want to, you know, you didn't want to be the pink pansy of the week. You didn't want to be the, you know, you didn't want to be the guy that, you know, your dad gets the note that says, wish all our players had you, it was all of our talented players had your kid's heart, you know. And it was like, I learned so much good from those coaches, and then not so much good, but, you know, you figure it out. And it's like everything else, man, there's always good technique, and how do we keep it, and how do we use it for our life. But sometimes, man, oh fuck, you just get injured, and you can't, no matter how much you try, how much yoga you do, or bands, or PT, or I don't stop. It's not like I stop. It's all the time. I probably do it in my sleep. This is a long video now. Well, I know I love Olivia Grace. I know I love Michael McLeod. I know I love Ainsley Bell all so much. And that's awesome. And I got so much awesome. And I'm very grateful. Even when I'm injured, because I see other people on the bus, you know, or in the places, and they're messed up worse than I am. You know, you try and help. And they helped me, and I helped them. Fucking, you know, you don't ever think you're going to end up there. You know, because you always had, yeah, sometimes I was, especially when I was drinking, man, I'd end up in a bad spot. But fuck, man, I always had that switch, right? Turn that fucker on, and fuck you, dude. I'm fucking gonna run in the desert further than you. That's it. It's the only thing I really had, man. Because if you got that effort and attitude, and that drive comes from different places, and when it's a healthy drive, man, it's excellence. It's so far. It's so great. Let's watch the young people pick it up, man, and kids from all over the place, man. Fuck, they didn't want no part of it, but you just teach them how to finish with their left, man. All of a sudden, you got them. You know, you teach them how to throw a fucking curveball, and all of a sudden, they're like, holy shit, you know, I'll listen. Maybe I'll listen in school, because this will work for me. And then, that's not going to work for everybody. But I was trying to make it work for everybody. But it really wasn't working for me because, well, it kept me alive and it gave me a lot. It did. And it has. And it will. And then you just, you know, you tell your kids, man, you love them and you're sorry. You know, just apologize because you're hurt and you're injured. You can't do those things, man. And that sucks. Not being able to do those things. Oh, and then everybody thinks you're faking. Man, fuck. Good job. Right. Because this is my all day, every day. Sometimes I can fucking, you know, cover it. You know, like a Subaru. And then, you know, or school. And then, but even then, I mean, gosh, I'm just not the same. Because whatever I tore, and I did, oh, and they're going to fix it. Somebody will fix it. Somebody's going to say, oh, you're right. You know, that's not, you know, this Adam's apple's not right. And yeah, that collarbone really did come off, you know. And it didn't go back in. It didn't go back in like when Coach Barrett just pushed it in. I finished the match, you know, or broken toe, fucking finish a practice, you know, with the blood pulling out. Just who the fuck does that? But then once you can do shit like that, everybody's like, whoa, it's like, that's currency. I think you don't want, you know, you don't want to be, you know, you already know you're a shitty ROI. You know that by 16. You're well aware of that fact. So, there's probably some good stuff in there for me and the kids, and then, you know, I don't know what to do with the rest of it. To help people. I want to help people. I've always wanted to help people because that's just it, right? And then it's the cycle. And then I tell myself this, and I can bring it down again. You know, I can go almost, how I was, okay? When I can break it down and, de-escalate anybody and, transfer any piece of technique to anybody, and get that buy-in and get that, because, but then, then it all starts again, because it never ends, right? Whatever I did, tore there. And I keep trying, and I'm, just keep doing dumb stuff. I'm tired. I want to get healthier. I want some of my life back. I took a lot for granted. Man, I was a self-indulgent. God. Because that creates its own beast, You win and you shit. And that's that entitlement. Everything we don't want, And then you end up with it anyway. In all the systems. And you know it. And you see it in yourself, right? So you know how. And then you can't cover it all the time, right? Because there's just too many. There's too many, right? And who would want to do that? Like, honestly, like, that's its own kind of always trying to. It needs to be done. It does need to be done, but it doesn't have to be done by me. It doesn't have to be done the way, that I thought maybe it needed to get done. But the thing still needs to get done, and how do we do the thing? And then these are all the ways to do the things. You try all the ways, and you learn all the ways. And then we still don't do them, and we still can't hit, the mark. So resets are free, and we go again, And then it just, you run out because you're injured. Yeah, it just turns all. And everybody worked out pretty good for everybody. Not so good for Dad, but that was a lot of that was me too, But I haven't communicated to the people that matter as far as helping, because resources that I'm injured, and not lazy, I don't like going to work at Chipotle or McDonald's, but I tried to do it because you gotta try. It hurts all the time, and then I get the fucking staff all the time. That fucking staff got after me early, and it's just been relentlessly pursuing me. I get it. I'll get stressed out, or I'll fucking get a bad bump, and goddamn shit, there's staff again in me, and who knows what that does to your gut health and brain health. And so you're doing all the probiotics, and you're doing everything you can, and you're taking all the right foods, and you're doing all the right things, and you're still injured, and then you're just not communicating that very well, and everybody moves on, and they should, but no matter what happens, I still have to figure out how to get by, and I got some good stuff coming on board, so I am hopeful. I had not been hopeful, I had been pretty unhopeful, and just kept doing it because that's what you do. You just keep doing the damn thing, Show me. State, Missouri, all my silly things I used to say. I believed it. I still do. That's why I'm probably still here. I don't don't know if it's CD, TBI, concussions, the brain stem, you know, tearing the hip out, breaking the ribs, it's just all accumulated, man. And I don't know. I know I want everybody to be kinder. I want to be kinder all the time. I try to now because I had kindness, but I didn't give it to everybody, and that's its own thing, you know. So if you're gonna be kind, right? I'm looking at the wall when the picture behind me, you know, the things that we do on campus and we read every day. Yeah, it just gets misapplied, or we forget, we get tired, and then you gotta give everybody grace. And it's like, God, how do we get better? How do we get past it? And I know if I can physically get some physical relief or address, you know, in some way that I can get some, at least some functionality back. I'd like that a lot. Because it's hard, you know, it was getting so hard to keep it, all the things spinning, you know, all the things, all you got to keep at the house and the kids and the wife and the school and the, you know, and you're fucking in the closet and, you know, guys on your own team are struggling, you can't talk to nobody, you know, there's no adults for me to talk to, fuck, you know, to even help, and their student takes their life over those issues, LGBTQ, and you still hide, you know. My brother hid, I fucking hid all my bullshit, right? All my bullshit. I hid, man, I could have been out there, but I can't be too hard on that either. You know, because I got to give myself some grace. In the endless loop, it goes over and over, right? And I used to be able to work that out, like literally work it out. Like go hit golf balls until my brain stopped. Or, you know, go run, you know, like crazy run, not. Yeah, but that comes its own currency too. And then you figure out you can do it. And part of it is, hey, let's just go. Look, man, I fucking just did it. Like, let's go. And then, man, oh. That part right there, just over and over and over, it'll go. And I did all those crazy shrugs, too much weight, you know, just trying to be scary because I was angry and hurt about what happened and how it went down. And so my answer is what? Double down, right? Double down your work effort. Well, the only way I get there is get so keyed up, right? And that starts leaking out everywhere all the time. And you're like, nah, I'm hurt. You know, I'm injured. I might need some help. Like, I need some help, you know, some relief. But it doesn't stop, man. It never stops. Like, and people get, you know, it wears people out. That wears people out. And then there's nothing left. And you wear all that out even, and then it gets yucky and shit. This situation happens, you know, and it's like recovery mode, man. Grind back, and I can't, you know. I keep trying. And it's not the alcohol, and it's not, you know, I'm not bipolar or any of that. It's like it's like I read these TBI things, and it's like, dang, man. You know, but now that I'm kind of got a little bit of relief, you know. It's the first time I've had any relief in a long time. You know, it took a car wreck, another car wreck, right? How many? I don't know, a lot. Anyway, I love everybody. Man, I want everybody to play. That's really it. Look, at the end of the day, like, that's just your dad or me or coach or Christopher McLeod. It's, fuck, I got to play all my life. Luckily, I was so lucky, you know. And then I got paid to do it. To continue to do it. I was like, fuckers are going to pay me to do this. They're crazy. You know, but it wasn't. It was awesome. Oh, so, but it could have been. Stop with the could have been. Man, it was what it was. And now you can take all that technique and make it better. And just fucking own it all. Because you're the head coach, you gotta fucking own it all at the end of the day, man. But fuck, I got hurt. You know, man, sometimes coaches get the fucking heart attack or they get the hurt, you know. And maybe nobody knows how injured they are. Oh, fuck. Back, you know. And it's not that emotion gets going and, you know. And it's not that I want to, right? It's connected to the brainstem and how I can, the stuff that they told me, you know, it's not that bad. It's just not that bad. And I'm like, man, it is that bad though. Like Dan, of course, people, man, they didn't really know, right? Like, they didn't know how much I can eat. And no one knows, right? No one knew because I hid it. I channeled it into wrestling and football. And I loved baseball, but I didn't get to play because stuff. I never wanted to be like that coach ever. That coach taught me more about how not to be a coach. You know, Coach Hunton, he didn't know a lot. But man, you know, we knew. See, he didn't have to know anything. We just knew. That's the difference. And that's where the fucking magic is, you know? For anybody. And then how do we get in that zone? How do we stay in it? Like hidden, right? And then it loops back and then I can get into that. If I can fall into that channel, man, that channel does well for me still. But, I can't stop the body sometimes and the ribs, my neck. You know, a lot of suplexes on fucking concrete and fucking that one at Yakima. I really hurt myself in that one. I ain't say nothing, but fuck. I fucking hurt myself. And I could feel it, man. I could feel all the hurts. I could feel the injuries mounting. Man, and I got that testosterone and that helped. But I got stronger before everything else caught up. I'm pretty sure that's why I jerked out that hip. You know, I was like, whoa, man, I feel great. I'm going to show this young guy what's what. Fucking did that to myself. You know? Wait, I put that on the fucking incident report. Yeah, I was feeling froggy. Thought I'd teach coach. Hey, here's a little juice for you, coach. Shit. I found out. And then I kept finding out. And then, you know, and here I am, you know, with this video. I don't know what it means or if it's going to mean anything. Man, there's so much, you know. Fucking guy with the fucking, you know, it's just shit you wouldn't believe, man. Story after story. I used to watch my little brother sometimes, and he wasn't, you know, he didn't have that fight stuff that I had, but man, he would talk some shit, and he would just take it, and I was like, fuck, Michael, you can't do that, you know, fuck, and I can't talk about it. No. I'll talk about him later. I'll take a break.